The similarity is, well, some of the best parts about it was when I came to the city, I didn't realize that the city had this database full of people, full of connections, and it's an organizer's dream to have that type of database that's active, that has real-time people in it that you can contact. That's an incredible asset. But the large difference is for me right now is I manage grants, so it means I spend a lot of time at desk, writing ordinances and grant agreements, etc. The best part about that is that I get to be a part of blessing someone with funding to do the work, as opposed to being on the other end of it when I was in nonprofits, of having to be the one to write all the grants and ask for the money and pray that someone would come in that would support your staff. So I'm providing a different type of service that's just as important, which is the funding piece. And in the groups that I fund, as with especially CIO and ERCO, I get to do a lot of my hands-on organizing and do trainings, etc. for folks. I get to, in the neighborhood program piece, I get to provide trainings for people who genuinely want to know how to better diversify their neighborhood system. And I get to have those conversations with people who work really hard and who just may not understand how to connect with people different than themselves. And so I get to do that as well. And so I'm a city official, a government worker. About a year into it, I had a little meltdown for a moment, a little mental meltdown, because I was watching Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, which is the story of Charles Eastman, who was one of the first assimilated Native Americans. He was mixed, but he was one of the first assimilated Native Americans, and he's working in this government office. He's a doctor, and he's serving folks back when Wounded Knee massacre happened, and he's telling one of these generals, or one of these cavalry people, "You're killing my people, you're killing my people," and the guy goes, "Your people, they're no more your people than they are my people. I'm just, you're not Native American, you're like us." And I think that many times working inside the government, many times it's important for folks to think, no, you're like us, you're one of us now because you came to work for the government. And yet I don't drop my culture off at the door when I walk in, I don't pull it off like a suit and leave it there and come in and sit at my desk and change everything of who I am, because I actually think who I am contributes to the work that's being done in government. But it's very challenging because we don't think the same, and we don't speak the same, and we don't write the same. So it's an extra added challenge, but I like challenges and I like puzzles and things. So it's good, and at the same time, I've heard more racist comments working here than ever in my life. And prejudice comments and things that just didn't seem right. But I also have the opportunity to interrupt it. I wasn't hired here to just not educate people about how things are for other people. And I have a great, I work in the best bureau in the city, for real. Mm-hmm. I have the most supportive bosses and the most supportive coworkers ever, and we work very smoothly as a team, and we struggle through things together, and it's really fabulous. Mm-hmm. Yeah.